I just showed you how you can make your kibble meal twice as healthy, enticing for your dog, something for them to look forward to, something for them to get excited about, and not feel like they're eating the same meal over and over. Josh here, AB Dobermans. Welcome back to the Valley. You guys know we are strong advocates of feeding raw. We know that it is the best long-term and short-term health-wise for your animal. I constantly get asked, what can I do if I don't want to feed raw? People are concerned about their options. Maybe it's not financially in the cards for you right now. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to showcase to you guys. Obviously, I'm an advocate for raw. Obviously, I feed raw. I've been doing it for 4 years. If feeding raw wasn't an option, and if I absolutely had to feed kibble, this is how I would do it. So my kibble that I'm going to use, after doing some research, I'm going to use the Purina Pro 3020 Sport. I believe it's for all ages. So we're just going to go in with that. Again, this is if I absolutely had to do it. If I absolutely had to, this is the way Josh at Amadius Valley Dobermans would do it. This is probably, let's see, 2 scoops a piece. So this is a 2-cup measurement tool. You got each one in there. So approximately 4 cups of kibble in each bowl is what we're going to start with. That's going to be our base. And there we go. Now, a lot of you would stop right there. You may put some water on it, some goat milk, some chicken broth, but for the most part, from what I understand is this is how you guys serve your dog food. This is not what we're going to do. Yes, this is kibble, but we're going to make this kibble a little bit more interesting, have way more flavor, other benefits than just the kibble. All right, so we got this. Now this has been in the oven for 4.5 hours. We have this beautiful, and it's steaming already, look at that. We have this beautiful brisket. Look at all that juice. This beautiful, beautiful brisket. We have this beautiful, beautiful brisket. It's got some good juice in there at the bottom. We're going to use it as a broth. Now this baby is super tender. And not only that, I'm going to put this right here. Not only that, but we have, of course, my favorite, one of my go-tos in my raw meals, some cooked sweet potatoes. Yes, sir. I said if I couldn't feed raw, I said nothing about feeding cooked food. So we're going to be adding this into our kibble today, and we're going to see how the dogs like it. Now, I don't want to hear anything about this being super expensive because I got this for Food Lion. And look at the price on that. $12 from Food Lion. This beef brisket. This is how it comes frozen. You want to put this with the fat side up. You're going to pour at least a cup of water in there. You're going to throw it on about 280 to 300 degrees, and you're going to let it cook for 4 to 4.5 hours. Of course, after you thaw it out. So let's just take some of the fat off this thing. Let's go ahead and take some of the fat off. Let's check out how tender this thing is. Now the dogs smell this. They're in the back going crazy. All right, let's go ahead and cut right down the middle. Look how tender this is. right down the middle. Look at that, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All that right there. So what we're gonna end up doing is I'm going to just take some off. And we're gonna take this whole thing, we're gonna just transfer it over to the bowl. So right here into that. Come close if you need to. We're gonna cut this in half so the girls have a pretty good chunk. That's a pretty good chunk. We're gonna put that in there, and then we're gonna pull that off into separate pieces as well. But I definitely want to make sure that the girls, which is who's gonna eat this meal will be for our mother and daughter combo. I'm gonna bring this over here. Check that out right there. And so now what we're gonna do, now if you guys can look and see, this is not super mushy. That is done purposefully. So what we're gonna end up doing is, this is cooked, but it's not super soft. We're gonna end up chopping this as almost as if it was cucumbers and kind of laying it in there. And then we're gonna coat this with more of the brisket juice. And so we're almost gonna give the girls some sweet potato, fried chip looking assortments. There we go. Whole sweet potato, look at the size of that thing. So we're gonna literally cut this right there. Now, as previously stated, you guys can serve with the skin, without the skin. So we're gonna go down the whole sweet potato. Just gonna cut this whole thing. All right, now we're able to actually pick up individual pieces. This thing is hot. So now we're actually able to pick up, look at that. Look at that right there. Just from sweet potato and a little bit of beef brisket, we've already mixed up so much. Right in there. Sweet potato slices. If I absolutely had to feed Kibble, this is exactly how I would do it. There's plenty of ways to make your meal, your Kibble diet, way less boring, healthier, and actually leave something for your dog to look forward to. This is how I would do it. Got a little bit left over. And actually, you know what we're gonna do? This time we're gonna actually go ahead and leave the skin. How about that? We're gonna leave the skin. We don't normally leave the skin when we feed raw, but because we are looking to showcase you guys how you can spice up your food, that's what we're gonna do. So now, all right, check out me. All right, now we're gonna go into these bowls with some coconut oil. This is gonna serve as a great topper. This is gonna melt all over this beef brisket and sweet potato. This is gonna coat this kibble very nicely. It's gonna be a great addition. All types of health benefits are in coconut oil. And look at that, it's already melted there. And we're just gonna purposefully putting it right on that sweet potato, right on that brisket. Man, these girls are gonna like this. Coconut oil complete. We're still gonna go in with our parsley, our basil, our turmeric. We're not abandoning the ship on our protocol. Our basil, our parsley. We're still gonna make sure that they're getting their anti-inflammatories, their antioxidants. This is great for your dogs, regardless if you feed kibble, raw food, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna put that all on there. Going in with the parsley. Boom. It doesn't look like a typical kibble meal already. You guys just have to experiment. Please make sure that we're going in with turmeric right now. Going in with the turmeric. Going just a little bit. You don't want to overdo it with the turmeric. Going in with chia seeds. Excellent source of omega-3s. Chia seeds, you guys, right on top. Since we're not feeding any raw fish, this is an all kibble diet. Boom. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in with our cooked white rice. We're gonna go in here with this. We're gonna go in with the rice. Just like that. All right, I know there's a lot of controversy going around between people if you should feed your dog rice, if you should not feed your dog rice. I'm not a vet. I have no problems feeding my dogs rice. Let's go ahead and pull this brisket apart. Since it's cooled down a little bit, it's still nice and steamy. This make you want to get a bite yourself. I should have saved a little slice for me. Look at this. How's it look? All right, we're gonna just pull all this apart. Break this rice up. It's been sitting for a little minute now. Break the rice up. Pull this apart. Whew. This is hot. I'm gonna pull this apart. I'm gonna pull the sweet potato to the front. We're just gonna mix in the rest. That brisket is pulled apart. We're gonna go ahead and pull this brisket apart. Look at that. That's beautiful. Now, we did not season the brisket when it was being cooked, but of course we added our basil, our parsley, our turmeric inside the bowl. We did not season the actual brisket itself. Pulling all this apart. Then they're gonna really enjoy this right there. So then we'll go ahead and pull our sweet potato to the top. Mix the rest in. This is a good amount of food right there on top. This brisket is already pulled apart. We'll just grab the sweet potato, mix everything else in. We're mixing in this kibble. We're mixing in the rice, the brisket, sweet potato right there separate. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. You guys just have to experiment, figure out what your dog likes, what he needs, what is he lacking in his diet. You have to do the research to figure out what your next move is when it comes to adding and subtracting into your dog's diet. We're gonna go in with yogurt. Now this is non-fat Greek yogurt. I believe this is the vanilla flavor. We're gonna go right in with a spoonful. Boom. This is a great probiotic. If you did not know, we don't go in with too much, just one spoonful. It's a great natural probiotic for your dog. People honestly don't even realize more than likely everything that you need to provide a healthier diet for your dog is already in your kitchen. You just gotta go ahead and crank it out. We're gonna go in. You never have enough antioxidants. We're gonna go in with some blueberries. And we're going, now these are frozen blueberries from our local farmers market. We're gonna just go in, a few blueberries on top. Nothing too crazy, right? Nothing that I've used has been of any raw food, any raw meat. This is if we were feeding Kibble. I'm gonna go in with some juice of this brisket. That created a nice creamy broth. Get close up on this. Look at that broth in there. Look at all that. We're gonna coat this whole bowl. We're coating everything. Look how beautiful this is. Right on that sweet potato. Right on it. We're gonna cover the whole bowl up. We're going right in. And these girls are hungry. They smell that brisket juice. Right in, right on top of that. We're gonna make sure we coat it good now. I don't want to short anybody, anything. Put that in there. All right, boom. This will be our meal for our girls today. I just showed you how you can make your Kibble meal twice as healthy, enticing for your dog, something for them to look forward to, something for them to get excited about, and not feel like they're eating the same meal over and over. Now, this could easily be switched out for baked chicken. This could easily be cooked salmon, as long as there's no bones in it. This could be cooked pork loins chopped up. This could be anything. We chose brisket just to switch it up. And we know our girls are going to enjoy this, man. This is how, if we absolutely had to feed Kibble, with nothing in our food being raw, nothing in these bowls being raw, a zero raw ingredient meal, Kibble as the base formula, this is how we would do it. It's time to feed the girls. What's up, mamas? That girl's gonna be happy about this. Put that right in there. Put that right in there. I know she's gonna kill that. Get a close up in on her. There we go. Let me open this up for you guys. You guys can get a good look at that. Just as I thought. Devouring their meals. You guys have to experiment with what your dogs like, what they don't like. Take note of it, take heed to it, and adjust. Financially feeding raw may not be feasible for your situation. I don't know how many dogs you have. That's going to bring this video to an end. If you found this video helpful, if we entertained you at all today, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Till next time.